Ooh, I am freezing. It is so fucking cold this morning. Anyway, let's get into this. I love psychological horror. Games or movies, the best kind of spooks are the ones you can hardly make sense of, just like life itself. I love when the spooks wedge themselves deep into my brain and haunt me throughout the rest of my life. However, few games have really got me as spooked as Needy Streamer Overload.
エンジェルという現象は仮定された遊戯交流伝統の可愛い虹色の照明ですぽいあらゆる透明なアカウントの複合体このクソ神クソクシュクシュな現実を忘れさせてあげる慈愛の天使そのみんなには内緒だぞ大丈夫もう何も怖くないからそんな SNS 抜け出して二人で富を見に行くぞインターネットやってろ
A game where you manage a girl as she tries to become the biggest streamer in the world, while managing her stress, her love for the player, and her mental darkness. You know, just the best system for a video game. This game is one of the best examples of don't judge a book by its cover, you know, like Oyasumi Punpun, or Amori, or Doki Doki Literature Club. What you see on the cover isn't really what you get inside. This game is definitely disturbing and shows some very sensitive topics, but I mean, how much are you willing to sacrifice to become the most popular streamer in the world? Trigger warning for this video, it's gonna get into some pretty heavy topics because this game really does not let up on the darkness. It just goes all in and it gets dark. With 27 endings in total, there are like 2 good endings. This game does not let AIM, the main character, be happy. Some of the endings are super simple. Some of the endings are super simple to get, while others drive me up the fucking wall trying to manage so many things. I have gotten the flatline ending so many times, it's killing me. I get distracted trying to get through the game fast and I forget to message AIM, and if I see that message, thank God it's just the game, one more fucking time, I'm actually gonna lose it. She doesn't need that much attention, I swear. Some of the other endings that I just keep getting are endings you get when you max out the stats, like the stress or the mental darkness. The strangest part of this game is on the surface, it's not super dark, it's actually quite light-hearted and can be kind of funny at times. But the darkness of the game comes from the themes and actions that are implied by AIM. Most of the endings just end with her dying, and it's kind of rough seeing her die so many times in so many different ways. There are a few games that I played where they start off kind of, you know, cutesy, and then they descend into dark and spooky themes. For example, like I mentioned earlier, Doki Doki Literature Club. However, in Doki Doki Literature Club, the spooks are very in your face and you get spooked hard. Like, it's spooky. Instead, the spooks in Needy Streamer Overload are a lot less in your face and more existential. And it always affects AIM in terrible ways. AIM is just a girl. She's gone through plenty of trauma and decides to try her hand at being a streamer. Her P-chan, or producer, is the player character that helps her achieve her goal. Now, I'm not gonna lie, she definitely relies on P-chan way too much, but it does make sense after going through some terrible experiences. She latches onto the first person to show her love. P-chan doesn't really have a character. Everything he does is dependent on the player. Sure, P-chan can be a really good guy and take her to the hospital and help her mental state, or he can push her into becoming the biggest streamer in the world, which, you know, isn't the healthiest thing for someone to force upon someone else who definitely needs help. Basically, what I'm saying is P-chan is very rarely a decent human being, and most of the time is the one that pushes AIM down the dark, self-destructive paths in the game. The way you track AIM's mental state is using a task manager, and by telling her what to do will either raise or lower the stats. This, of course, is a gameplay feature just like The Sims. However, it can also be the way P-chan sees AIM. He sees her as a program that he can use to achieve his goals, not caring about how it affects the real living human being, just keeping her healthy enough to prevent her from snapping, and also using her as a tool to achieve his own goals, whatever they may be. Because his goals are the player's goals. When I go through to try to complete all the achievements, I don't care how it will affect AIM. She's just a program. If I need to make her go insane for an ending, I'll do that, because all I and P-chan see her as is a means to an end. This was my original take on the character P-chan. However, I had this idea before experiencing the final ending in the game, Data Zero, which kind of changes everything. I'll speak on that in a bit. So basically everything I just said, throw it out. It means nothing. The game basically proved me wrong. You'll understand a bit. Before that, let's talk about the endings. There are a lot of endings. However, most are very simple and happen when you do too much or too little of one thing, like letting Aim's affection reach 100 or 0, or the same with the mental darkness and stress. If Aim's affection reaches 0, you get the ending cucked. In this ending, you get cucked by a horse. I mean, I guess this could either be a good thing or a bad thing, depending on if you're an NTR fan. This ending is so funny to me, because a stream starts without your choice, and you get to see Kangel introduce some BoJack Horseman looking ass guy. However, there is another ending if Aim's affection reaches 100, and this is called Ground Control to Psychoelectric Angel. And the system crashes because her love is too strong or something like that, I guess. And now for the ending that drove me completely insane trying to complete this game. If you ignore Aim's messages for 5 days in a row, then she just leaves P-chan, and the game ends. This ending was super frustrating while trying to get all the endings. Every time I got close to 1 million followers, she just decided to leave and I'd have to reset. It was killing me, I couldn't do it. Another classic ending is Normie Life. This was actually the first ending I got, just playing through the game normally. I was like, oh no, I don't want to make her, die, so I tried to play really safe and I just got Normie Life, which in that ending she dies. So technically this is a bad ending, even though it's probably one of the good endings for Aim. Hey, this is Editing Gav, and I'm not gonna lie, I kind of fucked up here. So I called Labor is Evil Normie Life, but then I also talked about Normie Life as an ending. So Normie Life is the good ending, in which you get Aim the help she needs by taking her to the hospital every day. And Labor is Evil is reach this ending. You have to reach day 30 under 500,000 followers. Her affection needs to be above 60 and her mental darkness needs to be below 60. So basically it's the ending you're gonna get if you play it safe. And in this one, she dies, because of course she does. Work sucks. We all hate working. It's the worst. Okay, yeah, back to that guy in the past. He sucks. I hate him. If P-chan takes Aim to the hospital every day, then you get this ending. If you reach day 30 without 10k followers, you get the so close yet so far ending, in which Aim fucking dies. She also dies if you get the Normie ending, in which, she gets a real job and then dies. There is a lot of endings where she dies. There are a few endings that relate to certain topics that you can stream. And if you stream all the streams in a topic, you get an ending. Like if you do all the conspiracy streams, then Aim becomes a cult leader. Aside from these little fun endings, there are a few more serious ones. For example, one of the big ones is the unhappy end, which is when you reach day 30 with over 1 million subscribers and get everything you wanted, except it's not enough and will never satisfy Aim. There is also the happy ending, which is when you turn off your actual internet on your computer or Switch, whatever you're playing it on, before starting day 30, and then everyone in the world decides to quit the internet and everyone becomes better for it. It's a strange ending, definitely, but I guess it's kind of wholesome. The big ending though is Save File 0. To access this, you have to complete every other ending in the game. I almost completed this. However, a glitch happened to the Steam version of Needy Streamer Overload, which caused all the endings that I had completed to be deleted. So I kind of edited the game files so I didn't have to do them all over again. This ending is the entire game being played in front of you. You have no control over AIM. She lives her life trying to reach 1 million subscribers. She makes mistakes, overdoses, has a breakdown. However, she completes her goal and becomes the #1 streamer without P-chan's help. This is the true ending of the game, but what does it mean? The only real theory that I think is backed up with solid evidence about this is that P-chan never actually existed. P-chan is a figment of AIM's imagination, who seems to be a part of AIM that helps her progress in life. She imagines them as super nice and always there for her, which ends up being the downfall of her delusion. I think the game files are possibilities, or at least AIM running through every possibility of her starting streaming, and through all of these, P-chan helps her along. But in Save State 0, this shows reality, because P-chan doesn't actually exist. She is forced to achieve her goals herself, which she manages to do after a month, allowing her to move on from P-chan. However, this does not explain all of the secret text, because in it, AIM explains she's already working on creating the next P-chan, and this time he'll be so dreamy that she won't ever wake up. Which kind of, puts aside my theory that she moved on from P-chan because she's already trying to make a new P-chan. She also mentions planning a marriage, and below that is a child's drawing of AIM and Kangel, which really doesn't fit my theory at all because it seems like she didn't move on from P-chan and she just needed a better one. Maybe AIM's a child imagining all of this and none of it's real. She also mentions getting to know another version of herself. So maybe Kangel is more than a character she plays and actually someone that either existed at some point or another personality in AIM. Maybe a twin she had when they were kids who passed away. There's a lot in this that just doesn't make sense, so if you have a better theory, please let me know in the comments. I'm kinda stumped with this. There's probably a ton more secrets that I didn't find that would make this make sense, but I just cannot for the life of me make any sense out of this. But anyway, that's just a theory. A game theory. I had to do it. I can't not do it. I can't. There is no way I can say a theory and then not finish it that way. I cannot control myself. I am sorry. Anyway, I actually really love this game. When I first saw the trailer, I really didn't get it. I thought it was just a dumb game about a streamer who does streaming and you just mod for her. And then I finally decided to give it a go after playing Omori. Omori kind of broke my brain a little bit because it was like the first indie game that I had fully played and been like, hold on, games can tell really good stories that aren't AAA. And now I basically give anything a shot. I discovered a game that instead of being a cute little streaming simulator, it turned out to be a breakdown of streaming as a whole and a character study of a chronically online girl who has been through so much and her only safe place left is online. And seeing the effect the internet has on her when it stops being the safe place she sees it as. With some scenes being truly terrifying, like when she cuts, it's really rough. But I'm really glad I gave this game a shot because it turned out to be a really interesting experience. The grind for the endings can be a little tough. I'm sick of getting the flatline ending, but other than that, this game is really fun and the music is incredible. I barely spoke about it, but damn, the music is so good. They made a whole music video for this game. And then they made another song that was trending on TikTok a while back. It's just so good. The music is peak. Thank you for watching this little video about Needy Streamer Overload. I hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe and I will have another video out soonish. I really hope. That's about it. See ya. Thank you. Bye.
You are now listening to Makarosu 8299.